We doing it right up in the city of Bristol, baby. Checking every paint scheme coming up for this week at Vegas. Looking how they did it down in the ATL.
Viva. Wow, that's a track. That's a track down there. They're lying to you. It's not really in Atlanta. It's down there.
That's true.
Way down south of Atlanta.
What a race. What a race.
Man.
I'm going to look over here. I can't even look at you. It's such a race. Man, what a race.
Woo.
Oh.
What a finish.
Yeah. Closest. Like, we were at the closest finish in 16 at Daytona, right? Wasn't that the closest one in history? Him and the 11 and the 19.
Yeah.
And then since then, there's been the closest finish again, and I can't remember where. And then this is it again. How much closer can it get?
I think the Ricky Craven, Kurt Busch,
that was
Darlington was a little bit closer.
Oh, okay.
And there was one at Talladega. I think this one was like third.
Okay. So maybe this was closest finish for Atlanta then, definitely.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
That's what I got then. All right, well, let's look at cars. I tell you what, one man who is so happy, the man. All of Mexico celebrated this week.
Woo!
Mi amigos, get wild.
Yes.
Hang with us. We're going to wrap it up, baby, and come right back at you. Here we go. It's the show for people who like to look at cars very closely and then look at them again as they go in circles.
And for people who don't even like cars.
That's right. Put your pet in front of the TV. Do whatever you got to do. Just watch the Wrap It Up. Listen, I want you to see this shirt I got right here.
Woo.
This is my best David Reagan shirt.
Ever.
It's my only David Reagan shirt. It is autographed. Now, I tell you why I broke out the David Reagan. This is the first time I've actually ever wore this shirt. I've never wore it in my life. I broke it out for one reason today. Last week, I broke out a Trackhouse Suarez shirt. First time I ever wore it. Yes, and he won. So we're gonna test the theory hardcore. David Reagan now not entered in the race. If he wins,
he's gonna win.
We know something serious is happening, right?
Here comes the money.
There's some crazy stuff. Here is the money right here. Trackhouse.
There comes the money. Trackhouse.
What about Trackhouse?
Man, well, they've won 2 out of the last 3 races.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, if you don't count the Clash, that is.
Think about this. Think about the last few years just in NASCAR as a whole. The Hell Melon, like this close win. What else? There was something else. Like Trackhouse is making giant moments in the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are changing the way NASCAR moves into the future, in my opinion. I am becoming even more of a fan of Trackhouse racing. They've got such energy. I mean, I cannot lay it out how much energy they got. I think Suarez maybe puts down some more wins this year too.
I don't know about that, but
I'm telling you,
we'll see.
I think he's got the monkey off his back. He's going to be in a good headspace. They're just figuring out what's going on. I heard a whole talk about it this week that Justin Marks was like, yeah, it's a contract year for Suarez, but we have no plans whatsoever to remove him, and didn't have any even before he won this.
Yeah.
We planned on growing and getting bigger, not taking away seats.
Well, it has to help him mentally either way.
Oh, absolutely.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe he might get another win or two just because he's like, hey,
well, Justin Marks,
now.
at the same time, is like, y'all don't understand what we are in development for at this very moment, what's coming for Trackhouse. So, like, because he was talking about we're signing all these people, my thought is Trackhouse may show up with, like, 4 Cup cars next year, and then maybe even an Xfinity program because they're signing people. I don't know. They're making big moves, though.
Big moves.
Who else made some big moves? Well, this guy right here.
This guy made some big moves.
Oh, the champ.
I thought he won.
Man, I thought so too. Looking at that finish, it really looked like he had it, but then when they slow it down that 1 second, like if I had to call it by eye without a camera, I would have given it to the 12.
Yeah, and then I looked up immediately and I saw that the scoring on the TV, the 99 went to first. But then, like, the broadcasters were, like, silent for a few seconds.
Yeah, they had no idea.
So I'm like, is this real?
They had no idea. I'm just going to throw my headphones off.
Throw them off.
I'll
keep talking about this really nice Menards paint scheme.
Got Pennzoil on the hood.
I love it.
You know this is the Pennzoil 400 at Las Vegas, right?
Well, Viva Las Vegas, they can use some oil out there, I'm sure.
Oh, heck yeah. It's the desert. They ought to be able to get their own oil, right?
Well,
I mean, doesn't all oil come from the desert anyway?
Well, shouldn't we just be able to go out here in our yard and dig up our oil?
That's a good point, right?
We don't,
there's,
though.
There's probably sand down underneath, the clay here in Bristol, so we could probably get our own. Look at my
Oh,
boy.
man.
Look at this. He's betting it all. It's Vegas.
Betting
you
it
know.
all at Vegas.
They got to take it in hard and just stay with the bets. Everybody bets. Bets are on.
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Hey,
You ever had to bust when you were on the blackjack table?
Man, I can't get on the blackjack table. They don't have one cheap enough for me.
Oh, okay.
When I go to the casino, I hit the penny slots. I do not get invested in the large stuff. Here, I've been to our casino in Bristol just 2 times to stop in and see what it was all about. And I think the cheapest blackjack table was $15 a hand. And I was like, nope, I can't lose $15 in 2 cards. I'm poor. I don't know what kind of world y'all live in, but I don't live in that. He's got a lion on it.
Woohoo!
Does that help anything, you think?
It helps the
lionosity?
It helps the look.
I guess it does. It's not bad. It's not amazing either, though. Doesn't jump out at you. It's just kind of,
Was this scheme like a little bit different color, brighter color last year or something?
maybe. It was pretty close.
Okay.
You'll notice when we get to the 3 is also running Bet MGM simultaneously, and his is a little
Great.
bit different shade. So you can definitely tell them apart. Look at big Alston Cindrix.
P4.
Papaw's boy. Excuse me, he's Daddy's boy. Daddy runs Hendricks.
Think
Penske. God, it's been a long
You
day.
think this is his best finish of the year right here?
4th, he's obviously excels more at plate tracks. I don't know. He might stumble into a top 3 or something. He might get a win. Who knows? Maybe he's got to do something this year. If he doesn't get a win this year, they got to start thinking 2-car has to change because that's the head car at Penske, right? That's the flagship.
Well
And
said.
How many times can you have it not win? How many years?
16.
Oh, Bubba.
Oh, what is this?
Oh,
Is
look
that-
at this. This is the flipped Columbia.
Columbia? Yeah.
Remember, he had the white Columbia at the Clash. This is like it, but he went all black, and this is the only picture we have with him in it, so you can't see what's
Get
going
out of
on.
the way, Bubba.
He's there standing in the way, isn't he? I tell you what.
Can't even see what's going on.
I'm not worried about
Get out of the way, Bubba.
I'm not
He
worried
don't
about
care.
any
He
of
don't care if
this.
we see the sponsor or not. I'll tell you this. Hey, speaking of Bubba, listen, and I mean this sincerely. Happy Black History Month to everybody. But speaking of this, if we should go back in time and just for fun, it doesn't matter, but just for fun, we look at the Winston Cup points, how the points used to be, how all the boomers want the points to be because they never liked that it changed. Who is in first place, Justin, in the Winston Cup points?
The man of the 23 ride, Bubba Wallace.
Bubba Wallace.
By 18 points.
Oh, boomers, do you
Which-
still want that Winston Cup? Because I see a lot of you complain about Bubba all the time. You going to make Bubba the champion guy?
Which 18 points then was what, like 6 positions or something?
Yeah, back then it was not. Actually, I
don't
mean,
think it was like
it wouldn't even necessarily be that.
3 points of
It was
spot or something.
about 3 points, but then also, you had like lead a lap, get 5 points, lead the most laps,
Get 5 more.
Yeah. I mean, there's a bunch of other crap that was just random little points. So, I mean, really, it's only been 2 races. The points are close, right?
I like this car though.
I do too.
Even though it's like it's just flat. I like it.
Yeah.
Look at this contour. Looks like contour lines. Like I'm going to go hiking or something.
Yeah, that's the idea. I think it's supposed to be,
Topo.
yeah, exactly, topographic map.
Yeah.
I think it's cool. I think, honestly, this picture is the only thing they released, and it was not a great high-res picture, as you can tell. I think when we see something better, we're going to like it even more. The only
Love
thing
it.
that kind of sticks out to me right now, though, is that giant white part on the front where the vent thing is. That just kind of seems out of place randomly, but maybe it works. I don't know. Wait till we see better.
I don't know.
What about
Oh, he's in the
Ricky,
trees again.
Ricky.
What? What? Can you? Oh, wait, hold on.
Okay.
Can you believe this? Ricky
Yeah.
at a super speedway was one of only 5 cars to not be in a wreck in this race.
How do you think that's possible?
One of 5.
It doesn't seem real.
So 32 cars were in a wreck. After they counted them off like multiple ones, and it was ended up being like 60 cars in wrecks or something.
Right, yeah, all adding up. And Ricky.
And Ricky was one of 5
Ricky
drivers.
made it out. Man. Top 6?
Yeah. 6.
Treetop, one of Ricky's sponsors, but again, does Ricky really have sponsors, or does he just have Kroger give him other sponsors? We don't know. Treetop, though, sponsored the 51 at Daytona. Treetop Piss Juice, as you can see on the back there,
I love Piss
they're coming
Juice.
out strong this year. I don't
Man.
know if y'all drinking this apple juice, but they are pushing it down your throat. Yes. Ricky ain't going to win this week. What about the one? This is a bad picture, too. A little too much orange here in the background.
This is a lot of...
I like the Kubota, but, again, I think there's like an orange filter on the car that's already orange. I think it's going to look better in person. Now...
They shouldn't have a red number with the orange.
Yeah.
It should be black or white or I don't know.
Yeah,
something.
or orange.
Or
just
leave it.
Red is kind of random, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
They had a vote though. Kubota did, and Kubota. Is it Kubota or Kubota? Do you know?
I'd say Kubota, I guess, but who knows?
We're hillbillies. Who knows?
Yeah.
But I tell you what, they had a vote on this, and this is what the fans picked. So the
Who's
other one
the fans? What fans?
I don't know. I never heard about it.
Oscillating
we
house
host
fans?
We host a freaking show about paint schemes, and we never heard about it. So
come on.
Nobody voted this. I'm calling
lies.
fake election.
Lies.
Recount.
Yeah.
Get Ross out of the car till we figure it out. Put the brakes on her.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about another car from the man himself, Michael McDowell, on the pole, baby.
This was one of the best cars of the race.
Amazing.
Before he just made a terrible mistake trying to get on pits.
He did, didn't he? He made some bad choices. I think maybe the crew made one at one point. He honestly had the race in his hand. He had the best car, I think.
Well, I tell you what, he's not going to win this race because he's missing a rear tire.
Yeah. Well, you know. It's a new strategy to reduce weight. That's what I heard.
Okay.
You just take 3 tires and just see what you can do with them. McDowell, the top, I mean, he's only 2 races in, but the career year already, other, than winning the 500. I mean, he's on a streak, though, outside Daytona 500, on the pole at Atlanta. The man has hit his peak. He is beasting out. What about Chris Buescher?
Chris Buescher wrecked.
Chris Buescher did get in a wreck.
And he still finished the top 10.
And he still got a top 10. That's just how many wrecks we had at Atlanta. Just everybody just hitting it as hard as they could.
Oh, my God.
Just hit that wall and bounce off of it.
Bye-bye day.
And then you're done. The 48 didn't recover. He got it pretty bad. You got to give it to him. Most of these guys, though, not huge damage that they could survive. 17 with the fast and all, looking okay. New sponsor for the year. I mean, he had this already last year, but first time running it this year. Of course, we're only 3 races in, so it's not like it's a big deal. He gets us. He gets us ice cream. He gets us milkshakes. He goes to the store and he picks up a lot of things for us.
So I have watched actually quite a few videos in the last 5 to 7 days.
Oh yeah.
On critics. And analyst videos from the He Gets Us commercials.
Oh, yeah.
Especially the one that was played in the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
For some reason. It's been interesting. Didn't realize there was so much criticism behind it and
I've
so
seen
much
a lot.
questioning about the people who fund it and the motives. And,
really? I haven't heard anything about that.
It's interesting. Go look up some stuff.
Now, is it the same guy? Is the guy from Interstate Batteries, is he involved in it? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Well,
See,
I have no idea.
I thought that was the connection. I thought
Don't quote me on that.
Because he had I am second. He was pushing that for a long time. I thought he had got into this as a new push thing, and they were using that money. I could be wrong. Again.
Of course, all those videos are not connected to NASCAR in any way. So
right, that's true.
He could be. They're just not saying anything.
Just not saying anything.
Yeah,
I mean, they've been on like everything else you watch too, on football, college basketball. I see them.
Yeah.
They're on everything. Well, Ty's going to run it. Listen, if you watch this show fast, I can tell you, if you're still in February like us, when you see this episode, I saw today 50% off on the JGR metal store. Go to JGR. You can buy a 54 door for $200. It's freaking amazing. That's a great deal.
Get you one.
Heck yeah, put it in your house.
Hey.
Look at this boy. Cannot believe he got here.
Big wreck on lap 2, and he's coming in P11 at the finish.
I thought for sure he was done. I was like, man, it is over. Already he's out. He hung around and pulled out in 11th place. Maybe can he do this all year till he scrapes together enough to keep this car for next year, you think? I don't think it's possible unless he wins. I think he's got to have the cash, the money.
I don't know. Man.
It's hard to say. Wood Brother.
I don't think he's going to win. But
I don't either.
If he gets a couple top 10s and a couple top 5s, they might keep him. I don't know.
Maybe. I don't know. He's had a couple of years, you know.
Well, that's true.
Let's do one more. What about you, boy?
Oh, man, here's some more of this tater salad.
Marty coming in with that taters. Look, we got the back end here just so you can see that tater salad.
It's not Is it tater salad?
I think it's macaroni salad.
Macaroni salad.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
They got all the salads. It's fine foods.
I just remember Eric Jones saying something about one day.
Yeah, they asked him, they're like, do you really eat Reese's Fine Foods? He's like, it's all in my fridge. It's all I have in my fridge. Yeah. It's just all he ate was macaroni salad. He giggled during it, but he was trying to give an interview. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
That's been years ago, of course, because he hasn't been at Joe Gibbs for a while.
Right.
He's back in Toyota. Speaking of which, let's wait till we get there before you even bring it up.
Okay.
You know, listen, one thing I do want to bring up, though, that is the great value that you will receive down at White Blaze Outdoors. They will take you, listen, just yesterday I saw White Blaze posted a picture of a salamander. It was huge. I've seen those hellbenders we have around here. I mean, they're big, but I've never seen one in person. But this in person, man, it was like the size of this die cast.
Wow. It's amazing.
It was black. It had yellow dots all over it. I mean, obviously a Steelers fan.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm sure there's other salamanders that pull for whatever team you like. You can go out and request. Can you ask, can I get a Titan salamander this week on my hike? Can you put that in the notes? Is that a possibility for White Blaze, you think?
I could try.
They could try it, right? All they can say is no, right?
Yeah.
It's also, I guess, the availability of the salamander probably makes a difference.
It all depends on the day of the week and what time of year it is.
Yeah, I mean, salamander's got a job, too. He's got to do, you know. You got to make sure he can show up and meet you there. You can't just show up and expect salamander to be there to entertain you, you know? You got to do your part, too. All right, folks. We are going to go to a quick break. I mean, it is so quick.
Sure.
But while we're doing that, go to our other places on social media and look at the same thing that you're looking at right here, right now. We'll be right back with you, baby. You know, Rihanna's going to be the grand marshal down at the Las Vegas race. You know that?
Really?
No, it's a total damn lie. All right, let's look at who's running cars, though. The number 7.
USANA's down there.
He's coming back with USANA. What does it say on the front?
I don't have my glasses. Sorry.
You can't even tell anyway. It's just all. But it's in a box.
USANA.
You know, last week they had the 24 had that Raptor meat grilling in a box on the front. What's the deal with putting everything on a box on the front?
People think they're smart. They're really not.
They're not. We saw it was a box. We knew what shape it was. I don't know what USANA does, but looking at just like the stuff that's on it, I'm like, it's some kind of technology company or an airplane. That's my guesses. I have no idea. It says Rise on the back. That makes me think more airplanes.
Yeah.
So
they going up there to that ball.
How did that dang deal get here? 15 cars.
There he is. Look at him coming in. Rick Ware Racing with a 14th place finish.
Ooh.
Would have never guessed that.
Man, that is strong for big cars.
It's all because of them killer wheels on the car.
Gold,
that's what it is.
Gold.
Everything else looks like trash dump, but the wheels are nice.
I think he got dead last in the 500. And so this is a huge bounce back. And of course, he wasn't in his own car, though. He was in the third front row car at the Daytona 500. Last week, he drove his own car. This week, he gets to drive it again. Sponsored by N29 Capital Partners Limited Liability Corporation. Just rolls off the tongue.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I might have said this last week. Why, and there's more this week, why are we advertising for capital investment groups so hard now? Like, it seems strange that just groups of money are sponsoring cars. And, like, I don't know that I can, like, call N29 Capital Partners and be like, let me be involved. Like, I don't know what they do. I think they just have money. And they're like, here, Kaz.
Unless it's like mutual fund groups or something that you can invest in. I don't know.
They should have told us. I mean, Natalie Decker sucked money out of their bank account for a couple of years. It seems like somebody would have mentioned it. I don't know. Good job to Kaz, the upcoming man in the
Cosmopolitan
in the Ford camp. Hey, local sponsor.
There it is.
Lumar. This is Eastman makes the Lumar. Eastman has a big factory right down the road from us over in Kingsport, and they always sponsored our local number 4 car back in the day with Kodak. But they don't make Kodak anymore. You know why?
Nobody takes any pictures anymore.
They don't make film anymore. It's for old dinosaur people. Nobody does that.
Man, this car would be great if it wasn't for the hood. And I say this every week about multiple cars.
Yeah.
Why is there so much huge, busy font writing on all these hoods?
Right. Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah. They just...
I like the cool aqua
Yeah.
pop against that red with the
Yeah,
number.
that is cool, isn't it? Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of makes it stand out.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got to get a hold of the people who do these designs and be like, why are y'all all alike? Why don't you think outside the box? Like this guy.
Here it is again.
Thinking outside the box. Him and the 10.
Getting penalties.
Yeah, 30 points because that little black strip right there on the roof, that little stick-up fin.
Was it just too high or?
They didn't say. They just said unapproved modifications. I have no doubt they're
beat
trying
it with a
to
hammer when they was in the pits?
get a few more horsepower or downforce or something there. You can't blame them. You got to be trying to cheat a little bit, just to bend the rules. I'm sure this whole comeback thing, Tony's laid it on them hard. Y'all better be cheating every day. I mean, NASCAR drivers, my understanding, are always that way. If my team isn't trying to cheat, if my crew chief isn't trying to push the boundary, I'm not happy. We're not going to be successful. That's what I hear people like Jeff Gordon always say.
He didn't take the drill bit off.
Yeah, no, he's not going to either. But
man,
what
is
about
nice.
the Z-Man?
Come on, somebody. Come on.
It's not bad. It's not bad. It's futuristic. It's from Hewlett-Packard. It's Z. It's a
Once again, dude, if they just take the freaking Z's off, take the Z off, and the car is hot. The Z looks really weird.
The Z does, especially
on the
hood.
side and the hood. Yeah,
It is a weird Z, and it's it's almost like a shape more than a letter. Yeah. I don't know, but blue to white, though, is a good fade.
That's nice.
It is nice. It's very different than everything else he was running this year, so I'm going to dig it for that much. Look at this,
Look
big
at
boy.
this.
Oh, my gosh.
It's the ghost of Brendan Gaughan.
He is back again, possessing the body of Daniel Hemrick now. There's Daniel also showing you. Look, I get to drive my car again since I switched bodies with Daniel Hemrick. Again,
is it Brendan Gaughan's dad that owns the casino?
Yes. Okay. Brendan Gaughan's dad owns South Point Casino.
That's right.
So he is insanely rich. I guess Brendan Gaughan kind of owns it when his dad retires or whatever. I don't know. They're also sponsoring a truck this weekend for South Point, and it looks pretty decent, the 46, Tad Moffitt. Honestly, the South Point when Brandon Gaughan used to drive, sometimes I was like, that's kind of plain. But this, just like maybe putting red around the 31 and the stripe, kind of livens it up a little bit.
Remember that time we were at Talladega and Brendan Gaughan went completely airborne?
Yeah.
He went flying, man.
Yeah, he did.
That was fun.
He was trying to get home early.
Yeah.
Trying to get over to the airport. Couldn't make it. All right, let's look at one more.
Hey.
He's back again in the 77 Premier.
Speaking of flying, this guy had 3 wheels off the ground.
He got there.
During the race
I saw
at Atlanta.
a picture afterwards, and I honestly meant to clip it for us, but forgot it. The still photo, like, he is in the air, dude. Like, the front wheels are, like, in the photo, at least 2 foot off the ground.
Yeah.
Like, they nailed him. Hit him hard. He posted a photo, I think, today of his driver's license. He got a new driver's license in North Carolina, and he put his signature and then put 77 behind his signature on his driver's license. Nice. So, like, he marked out everything else, so you couldn't see his info. But he's committed to be there, I guess. When your driver's license says 77, there's nothing else you can do. Just ask Ty Dillon. He regrets putting 77 on his driver's license.
He does.
It's
a bad tattoo.
Oh, it's a terrible tattoo. But speaking of bad tattoos, you should contact us.
Yeah.
And tell us, what's
about
the worst tattoo you got? Mail us a picture of it right there. Send us anything you've got that's NASCAR related that you don't want, that you want us to redistribute, or call this number. That is 423-797-MEAT. Meat. Call. We'll hit it again. Leave a voicemail. Tell us, what do you like? What do you hate? What are you doing? Where are you going? Have you ever just, had a bologna sandwich? I don't care. Call. We're bored. We need to hear whatever you got. Hang with us. We're going to go take a break. And we're going to come right back after this. Oh, wrap it
Back
up
again.
one more time. Or actually, 2 more times.
Back again. Back again. Hey, y'all, what y'all been doing out there?
It wasn't the best rap I've ever heard. I really thought you were going to break it down.
Yeah.
I tried to get an old granny thing going for you, but you let me down today. You let me down, dog.
Order in the cart.
Get Ty Dillon in here and order
Ty
him
Dillon. Oh, secret hole.
secret sponsor coming out.
Oh, my gosh.
51.
I don't even know what to hit.
Exactly.
That's what's going on in my head.
Here's what we got. We're only week 3, okay? But whoever was the PR person for Rick Ware last year quit, or they can't afford them anymore, or something. They don't post crap. They will post a picture of the car on race day when it gets there. They do not care about you seeing anything. They won't put down the name of the sponsor on the form when they send it to NASCAR. The form this week is blank. Justin Haley, blank. That's who sponsored him. It's a secret. And we're probably going to be this way a lot with Justin Haley. I don't know if he has sponsorship week to week. I don't know what's going on. But there's the car with the 51 on it. Congratulations.
Maybe he should call White Blaze Outdoors. They might
my
sponsor.
God. Oh, my gosh. What an idea.
Come on, Justin
He'll
Haley.
at least get a good hike out of it.
Man, look at this.
What, new 42? What do you think about that? Safeway.
I don't know. It's a mix between a computer and Wendy's and
right. It's weird.
Got the hurricane symbol on the front.
For some reason, the
tropical cyclone.
The main color, like the blue, for some reason, just the white and I guess the red on it, it just reminds me of a crest for some reason.
Oh yeah,
I see that. The 42 kind of looks pushed back towards the door more than usual.
You remember that sick crest?
Oh yeah,
Kyle Larson Homestead Xfinity win in the 42
awesome.
car.
He smoked him that race.
I had that car, then I sold it because somebody gave me some money.
I had that car, and I sold it to you, and then you sold it to somebody. We all had that car.
We all had that
3
car.
people have owned that one car now.
Man,
what a rare car.
That's crazy.
This is a brand new, actually, Albertsons, which is owns the Safeway and a bunch of those other brands on the back. Sponsored little Joe Nemechek during his trucks and Xfinity career, and they have just signed with Legacy to make an ugly-looking car that has too many sponsors. I guess they're on that Ricky. They're definitely on the Jimmy thing.
You're the boss, Jimmy.
That's right.
I'm the boss.
The Ricky thing where they get more random sponsors on there. I think that looks cluttered in the back, but they did a pretty decent job with it for what they can, I guess. I don't know.
This guy's not done much so far. There's only 3 races, though.
Not my type of guy. No.
Okay, see ya.
He's it's not working out right now.
Speaking of not my type of guy.
This guy?
This guy.
Oh, BetMGM back again. The number 3. Now he 22nd? Honestly, I hate to say it,
it's a good finish.
It was a good finish for what he had as a race, wasn't it?
He had to be punted on the second lap.
Yeah, he man. I know we're only 2 races in, but I really feel like even though he owns the company, I feel like Austin Dillon is on the hot seat for some reason. It may not be this year. It's all adding up. I don't know. I don't want to go into it too far because it's way too early for this. It's way too early. Here's somebody I wish would retire. It's Denny Hamlin.
Clips.
He's
getting on up there in age. I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
I don't think he's going to have more than a couple more years left.
I think that's the deal. I think this last re-signing was it. I think this carries him through what he plans on being done in the 11 car, and then maybe like 3 years, and then just full-time ownership after that. That's what I got from a conversation. Again, that's not been announced, but that's what I'm taking away from different things I'm hearing.
Sport Clips.
Back again, already ran.
Cutting their hair.
I mean, couldn't even get a different sponsor in. Sport Clips, no, get us, man. No, put us back. I think this one looks good on the Camry, but I don't like the whole white box thing. I don't know. What do you think about this craziness? I don't even know.
Looks like
what
trash.
in the world?
What the hell is that?
Like, it is, yeah. This came out yesterday, and I saw this, and at first I just saw the front, and I went, oh, they went black too. And then I was like, the white in the back, and then I was like, no, wait. And then it just, like, crumbled before my eyes, and I was like, this is ugly. This is incredibly ugly. It's weird.
So is this is Dollar Tree and Family Dollar the same umbrella? Mm-hmm. Yeah,
same company.
Something today. Dollar Tree's forking out $41 million to who I don't know. Which I asked the question, who's the money going to? But the reason was because they were storing all of their products in a rat-infested warehouse.
Oh God.
Yeah,
well,
true story.
So who customers are suing them? Or?
I don't know. Somebody was suing them, and I can't remember who was $41 million.
Well, I don't doubt
Family Dollar. See ya.
They honestly, the Family Dollar, the Dollar Generals, they're kind of predatory. They pick out places that are low income.
Oh, yeah.
People don't have money to travel, and so that they have to come there and do their primary shopping because they're already poor. And then, on top of that, they raise the prices a little more than the other stores because they're taking advantage of these people who don't have proper travel. So they're making the poor people even more poor because they're surviving on them. And it's not a good situation. Again, Dollar Tree or Family Dollar will, my understanding, be on a car every single week this year.
Wow.
One of the legacy cars will be running that brand sooner or later.
Oh,
Todd!
there he is.
Todd!
How did that dang deal get here?
It looks like what he's saying.
Dude, I thought this guy was going to win the race.
I know. Todd Gillen had the race of his life.
He had the best
And
car.
That's why I put the picture of Todd. Now, normally, when we don't have a scheme, we let an AI decide what the car will look like. But this week, Todd did so good at Atlanta, I just thought, we got to show
There he
Todd.
is.
And he kind of look at him. He's kind of got that look of, where is my car? Do I have a car? Am I supposed to drive for Rick Ware this weekend? What am I doing? He's like, yeah. Well, Todd also, on the entry form from NASCAR, does not have a sponsor listed. Front Row is very good about letting us know their paint schemes very early on in the week.
Yeah.
And they still haven't showed anything for Todd. So either
Interesting.
we're going to see a big announcement this weekend or Todd's just could not sell this race. One of the two. So we'll find out if
Put
he shows
them
up.
peanuts back on there.
Right. Maybe that was just because we're in Georgia. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
He
sure.
can
Something
get
to
Long
do
John
with that.
Silver's or something, one of them Front Row sponsors from way back on there. But, man, what a performance.
Yeah.
I thought about wearing a Todd Gillen shirt to see if he could win, but, Look at little Jimmy Johnson.
This little
Oh,
ugly, weird-looking paint scheme again.
not having a good year.
Nope.
Coming in at 27th. We skipped one, really, because he doesn't exist. B.J. McLeod was in last week's race. He finished behind Denny Hamlin in 24th in an unsponsored car. You got to give it to him.
Good for him.
He beat this 48 car who is having, he had a bad last year, and he's starting out a bad this year.
Yeah.
I was on the train of, Bowman's just had a bad year and stuff, but if he doesn't turn things around quickly, we may be in for a whole downhill thing, and before you know it, we've got Raja Karuth in the 48 or something. I mean, I only say that because they just announced today that Rick will sponsor every single race he's doing in the Truck Series. Apparently, he had only signed on for so many, and then now he signed to do the full season with
The Hendrick cars.
Yeah, with your favorite paint scheme.
Oh, can't wait to see it again.
Again. Now you can see it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday because they've got the 17 Xfinity car.
Hey.
Here's the
This is the best. This is the best I've thrown at the 22 for the Pennzoil.
yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I do. I do accept your offerings.
It's good. It's good. I like it. It's better than the normal one. They should run this every week, honestly.
Yeah.
But again, it's big Pennzoil week. Pennzoil's just putting the load down right there and doing what they can down here. Las Vegas.
That's right.
All right, one more. Another new sponsor, baby.
Josh, you ain't doing too good yet, Josh.
It's not working out yet, is it? Mobile One's been a long-time SHR sponsor, so they never announced this one.
29th.
But here it is. He did not have another good week. Maybe he can turn it around this week at the 1.5s. This is going to be the real test to see what comes down the pike from SHR, I think, for these 1.5s. I don't know, though. It's not looking good. SHR's trying, but they just don't. Maybe it's taking time to turn it around. You could always turn around if you went on a beautiful hike, turn around and hike all the way back and get in your car and have all the euphoric feelings of nature that has overcome you and caused the serotonin levels in your brain to rise. All of a sudden, you find yourself calm, relaxed, being nice to people, looking around and appreciating the earth and loving all the creatures. It's that simple.
It is.
All you got to do is call White Blaze Outdoors, and they make all that happen. They hook you up to the machine. They put the diodes right on the sides of your head. They put you in the deprivation tank, and it feels like you're really actually outdoors. Or they can actually take you outdoors and see it. It's your choice. Either one you want. The prices are significantly different. The hike is super reasonably priced. The deprivation tank for the fake VR, you could buy a cup team. Definitely, right? It's that expensive.
Hendrick.
But we can make it happen if you want to get in. Look at that little that's a miniature salamander.
That is.
This salamander, go look at White Blaze's Facebook and their Instagram. Check out the great stuff they do. We appreciate them here at the Wrap It Up Papple Dump. And we'll be right back with it for one more, baby. Oh, baby boy, we are looking at the schemes coming up for the big one down in Las Vegas. And I tell you what, we are giving away things like they've never been given away before unless they're here where we give away things almost all the time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Free stuff we have got in our possession today. And the camera's still not working. Oh, God, we checked it and everything. Last week you couldn't see. It's a secret hat. I wish we had some Rick Ware hats to be secret with. We got a secret hat this week. We had it last week. Nobody won it. All you got to do is put it in the comments. It's over there. It's working. The platter. Sometimes the platter dies and it doesn't spin. That's working.
I don't think the camera's on. I think that's what the problem is.
I think the camera's just not even hooked up. Okay. Well, anyway, you can win a hat if you want it. Just simply guess who's going to win the race this weekend at Las Vegas.
In the comments.
You get it right, you get a hat.
Yeah, and here's where you can tell us.
Just one person.
Tell us at these places.
That's a great idea. While you're there, subscribe, follow. For more winning, we're giving away diecast when we hit certain numbers of subscribers or followers on Facebook or what have you. Automatically entered just by clicking. All right, back to the cars.
Nasty beast.
Oh, it's disgusting.
It's so nasty. I don't know.
Or the whole Mavis.
Mavis is nasty, yeah.
Sorry, Mavis.
Yeah, that's very
that
nasty.
Was nasty. It's apparently hard tea, it says on the back.
Oh.
And now, I don't know about
hard
you.
tea.
Do you care? Listen, I'm drinking a tea right here. This is Bojangles Fine Sweet Tea. This is some of the best tea you can get. It is not nasty. It's very sweet. I got a feeling, though, if you ever drank, like, tea out of a can, like a metal can, just, I don't know, Arizona tea, like that kind I hate that kind of crap.
I mean, I tried a twisted tea once, and I thought it was the worst thing I've ever tasted.
Yeah, I bet that's what this is. And I bet that's why they're just like, that's nasty. Well, let's just call it that. That's nasty beast.
Nasty beast.
What a nasty beast.
Oh, my.
Here comes the money.
Woo.
People will buy it.
This guy, I feel like, could win this race.
I believe you're right. Absolutely.
I just feel like he's going to, because he's not done anything yet. I feel like he's going to just be like, we'll
he's
go
going to come
here,
out.
win this race.
He got in some trouble and had a bad finish here. 30th. That's down low. Here's one of his back of the field buddies who's in a premium car.
Yeah.
In the back of the field as always.
There he goes.
It's not a good idea.
Even though he was running in the front a little bit.
He did. And then he sucked. He got in some damage and some stuff, but still.
He was out with 20 laps.
Yeah,
21 laps.
He's just not cooking. Just not cooking. Again, there's a lot of guys not cooking. Is it that we're in a funny, odd place, or are we at that generational change where the guys who had been winning for so long maybe just aren't anymore, and a new generation's coming up that's going to dominate?
Yeah.
See, that was a simple question for a simple answer. Thank you.
These guys.
There you, boy.
This guy, the next couple guys we're going to show, they used to do well.
Used to win cups.
Used to win
dominate
races.
Everything.
This guy won last time we were at Las Vegas, though.
That's
Maybe
true.
he can do it again.
He very well can. The dude's going to win multiple races this year. Let's not doubt it.
Yeah, I told you he's going to win 5, remember?
It's a good possibility.
So I'm sticking to that.
You might be right. I believe it. I have no doubt Kyle Larson's going to be fine. There's no need to even talk about it. Kyle Larson can get 37th 5 weeks in a row, and I'm like, it don't matter. He might still win the Cup. He's that good. Here's your boy Brad with the Solomon Plumbing.
Shop de boo.
Solomon Grundy, one of the bad guys from the Superman comic books back in the day, is now opened a plumbing service. And Brad is letting everyone know that this Frankenstein monster type thing is going to do plumbing. I'll tell you what I hate most about it right off the bat. The fact that down on the front bumper they have wrote whatever the crap that is 3 different times and just stamped it there. That's stupid. That's like, I got a handful of bumper stickers. Just walk around and put them on there wherever you can find out, okay?
Yeah, Joe.
Just whatever you can do, that'll be fine. Just
emotional damage.
What? I mean, somebody's got to explain to me what's going on with the front ends of these cars this year. Like
It's weird, ain't it?
I don't know.
They've made some weird choices. Absolutely.
I don't know. Hey,
Interstate.
here we go. I'm throwing this as the rap of the week,
Heck yeah,
baby.
it deserves it. It deserves it. Consistently a good rap. You know, we talked to Bobby Labonte at
We did.
Martinsville, and I asked Bobby. I said, Bobby, and don't go look for it. Okay, it's not on film anywhere. We don't have it. We were just hanging out with Bobby Labonte. Okay, it's that cool. Us and Bobby Labonte were making donuts at a factory we were touring while the Martinsville race was going on.
Yeah.
No, we ran into Bobby. We talked to him. I said, Bobby, honey, darling, tell me, what's your favorite paint scheme? And he said, anything with interstate batteries. I said, that's good,
He did.
Bobby. That's a good one. And he's right.
I don't
It
think
is
he
good.
really wanted to talk to us.
He did not want to talk to us at all.
But he did stop it.
He saw us, and I said, Mr. Labonte, can I ask you one question? And he went, oh, my God. And I asked him, and he went, and he told me, and I said, thank you. Tell Terry I said hello. And he said, well, that wasn't bad at all. He must have thought we were just going to torture him.
I guess so.
Yeah, but, he's Bobby Labonte.
At least Joey Logano didn't even look at us.
That's true. That's true. Joey does not want to push his sponsors.
Nope.
While Bobby, he's out here still pushing the sponsor he had 25 years ago. Right?
Yeah.
That man, they're getting their money's worth on Bobby. Good job. 20, bad finish,
Yeah.
could win Vegas also. Look for him to be strong, 1.5 miles.
Yes.
This is where these new Camrys are going to come alive this week.
That
I
was
bet.
5 and 20. We're 1-2 last time we were in Vegas.
And, let me back up also and unbrag on myself for a second. I've said this season at the start, it's going to be Ford coming, right? Ford has not won a race yet. Toyota's not run a race. Chevy has swept both weekends so far.
Ford should have won both of the races, though.
You're absolutely right about that. But it is what it is.
Yep.
What about this Chevy?
Hey, he's
71.
focused.
He's going to look over.
He got the bad dues and that.
He got every bit of it. He ran this at Clash.
Mm-hmm.
This is part of the Advent Health family, which was already a sponsor with your boys over at Trackhouse. Now, you say, what does this Spire car got to do with that? Well, the driver inside of the Spire car is a Trackhouse signed driver. Why? Huh? I don't know. Nobody understands what's going on. Don't ask. Just let them do what they want. Okay? You're getting better. Paint scheme-wise, it's a pretty standard paint scheme.
Yep.
Nothing to jump out at me. I'm not going to call home about it, but it ain't no, man, that's nice.
I like the colors.
Sure. The colors are nice, but again, it's very just, that's a normal race car,
It's focused.
Yeah. There you go. Boom. New.
How that dang deal get here?
Looks like corn. Looks like corn cobs on the fields, and I don't like it. Looks like trash.
Fantic.
Tell you what, I'll just give it to you right there.
Give me the trash.
There it is.
It's trash.
There it is.
Mickey, it's trash.
You know what else? That's trash.
But
going
listen,
to Mickey.
We didn't even know this was going to be a sponsor. He's got something going on, right? Fantic. I don't. If I'm not mistaken, and I probably am because I'm just making this up based on the sounds of the name. Fantic is where before you come into the race, they have a service where you go out in the field pre-race and try to get ticks on you, on the fans. Fan tick. You get your own tick. It takes some of your blood. You mail it in, the tick with the blood in it. You mail it in. They analyze it and send back your DNA results from the blood that's inside the tick.
That sounds like you could do that pretty easy.
Right? Just as long as the tick doesn't have a disease, you're fine.
Right, yeah.
So just pick a good tick.
Don't you remember? I did that in Daytona.
You did. I got some ticks also. We both got some ticks. We went to Daytona, and Justin, being the herpetologist he wanted to go to the swamp and fight an alligator immediately. So we tried to do that. We went to the swamp. We didn't find any alligators at all, did we?
No, but
we saw a snake, didn't we?
We didn't see anything really.
It wasn't much.
We got ticks.
But we got ticks. We found them when we got back in places that we can't name to you.
Right.
Separately. We were not involved in finding them on each other, but
nope.
The ticks were very into it. And I'm glad they've got in a good enough business that they can sponsor Noah's car.
I think he's glad, too.
He's got a whole sentence wrote across the front bumper.
A bad chick entitled.
The last word's limits.
Limits. Taking them to the limits. Come
Taking
on,
it to the limit.
come
one
on
more
down and
time.
get your ticks in the field.
Get 'em.
Get the. Here it is.
Derek Krause.
Derek Krause has
Last
got
place.
sauerkraut in his car and throwing it out the window at you.
Just put it on the track. That stuff's slippery. That's why the Germans always made sauerkraut, so they could just,
Slide around everywhere.
slide around, stop tanks from getting into Germany and stuff. That's how they almost took over the world back in the day. They had all that sauerkraut.
Well, that's it.
It stinks. Nobody wants to get around it. It's slippery as all get out. It's easy to grow cabbage. Man, what a weapon sauerkraut is. Derek Klaus has got it on his side. Derek Klaus, this will be his first. No, is that right? His first Cup start, yes. Cup premiere. He drove, I want to say, last year full-time in trucks?
19 truck.
He was 19 last year, yeah. So it was full-time. I couldn't remember if it was full-time or part-time last year. He's jumped around a little bit. He's had a few things going on. He hit some Spire. Actually, it couldn't have been full-time last year because I think I saw that he was in the
let
Spire
go.
trucks.
He
Yeah.
was let go, and then
Yeah.
So this year he's going to run part-time in the number 10.
Yeah,
in
in
the
Xfinity. So he signed on with Colleague to be their developmental driver, basically.
Yeah.
So
Sim driver
Right.
for Legacy last year as well.
Oh, okay. So,
Them
but they were Chevy
Sims.
then, so yeah. This paint scheme, and listen, go Vols. I love orange. Okay, I love white. I love black. I'm all about these colors. They still managed to find a way to make this ugly in my mind.
It doesn't flow together.
Not
very
at all.
well.
It's like separate parts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's
and
three
it's-
cars in
Yeah.
one.
Absolutely. And I don't care for that. I don't care for
Nah.
that at all. Josh Williams drove this last week, got dead last
He
in
did.
his Colleague Cup debut.
He did. He only finished 2 laps.
2 laps.
So
Speaking of Ty Dillon. There you go.
yeah.
Oh, man, I tell you
yeah,
what.
Yeah.
Dylan! You son of a...
I'm sick of Ty Dillon, I'll tell you that. Speaking of Ty Dillon, just as the show goes, I mean, he's not in the Cups anymore, but just talking about Ty Dillon because we like to. He's not really pulling off anything down there in the Truck Series either, is he?
I have not watched.
If I'm not mistaken, he's finished in the 20s both races.
I'm too old to stay up late enough for truck races.
Well, NASCAR now is like, we're going to have a race. So let's just have it tomorrow at 9 p.m. It's whatever. It's on demand now. Whenever it happens, it happens. Oh, well, that's it. That's every car we've got coming through, except this week, actually, the 44 is coming back with J.J. Yaley. And they're going to I guess they're going to make the race because there's open positions, but they're not going to make it if there was anybody to qualify against. So I expect that to be total crap. We don't have a picture of that either, and I don't even know if J.J. Yaley probably hasn't even seen the car, honestly, so there's no need to feel bad about it. What you got on winners this week, Justin? Who's going to be the big dog?
Winners? You want me to pick all of them?
Well, just one.
Just one.
I mean, while you're thinking about it, I want you to look at this David Reagan shirt and think what can be.
Dude, if David Reagan was running again.
What if David
he wouldn't
gets
win,
in somebody's car, like somebody gets sick and David gets in and then wins the race? But, of course, he doesn't get credit for it then.
But he still would win.
Right. But it wouldn't be a David Reagan win. I was watching an old race today, just randomly popped up. I think it was like 89 Charlotte. And Bill Elliott had like a broken wrist, and he did a few laps, and they put somebody else in, and he just like got in his truck and drove home. He's like, I'm not even watching the race. But they were talking about the guy being in the car, and I'm like, people have won races as a fill-in driver before, like at Bristol and stuff, I know. But like nowadays, if that happened now, like
It'd be pretty
it'd
wild.
be weird.
It'd be wild.
Yeah, because I mean, back in the day it was different, but now a guy drives like 2 laps and they're like, winner! Like, to me, they ought to be like, nah, he didn't really win. That relief driver should get credit for the win, if you ask me. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just talking crap. I don't know.
Let's see.
What you got on to win?
To win. I don't think Suarez is going to repeat.
Not going to be him. No.
No. Just on a whim, when I saw the car and I said it, but I actually believe it, I'm going for Tyler Reddick to win.
Ooh.
Toyota is going to grab their first win of the year.
It's very possible. It's a good pick. But it's not a pick you would always hear. There's always guys people go to when they have to make a pick. Rick's not one of those guys, so I respect that pick a lot. I'll be honest with you, I should have thought about this more before we got to this point. But hear me out, okay? I've got a strategy this year on how I'm going to win. And for the third week in a row, I'm picking the 22 to win the race.
I mean, Pennzoil.
Exactly. This is their featured race.
He's a good driver at that track.
I think they think and I think, again, I really think the Ford front end is going to benefit. I think Toyota is too at these 1.5s. But Joey, just a good, I don't know. I feel like I can hedge my bets better. I feel like I have better odds picking Joey than somebody else at this point. So I don't
Honestly, Joey could have won the first 2 races easily.
He could have. Daytona, he was right there. If he hadn't got hit. A very good possibility, I would say. Anything else happening in the world of NASCAR that you've heard of or not heard of that you want to happen?
Dale Earnhardt Jr. said,
Yeah, tell me about that.
Atlanta Motor Speedway is now the hottest and most sought-after ticket on the NASCAR Cup circuit.
Was it sold out this weekend?
Agreed or disagree? It did not look like it was sold out from
I didn't think so either.
So he's thinking now that this momentum is catching on, that it will start becoming like a sold-out race, which will then allow Marcus Smith to invest more dollars into improving the facility, which will then even make it better. Yeah. And as the track ages, the asphalt, the racing will still even get better.
Well,
so
then,
we'll see.
If all that happens, then it'll be amazing, won't it? I mean, I suspect, and this is just, general guess, but the finish we saw this weekend, the fall race at Atlanta is probably going to be a hard ticket to get. People are going to, I was wore out tired, but when that finish happened, I was like, man, I wish we were there when that happened.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. So that's a hard one to miss in the future. And some people we know went down, and they said it was a good race and stuff. Yeah. Maybe we need to put them on layaway. Do they do that? Can I go to Kmart and get layaway tickets? Can I do that?
They'll come up there at Kmart and let you do it.
Okay. Good deal.
David
Reagan can help me up behind the counter.
Hey.
All right, folks. Hit us up on the sociables, the sociables, and the shooshables. Like, subscribe, follow, shut your mouth. We hope that you are watching the show and watching more. Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. The most important thing you could possibly ever do, though, call us on the phone and tell us.
Yeah, call us.
What is it that makes a good bratwurst? Call it 423-797-MEAT. How do I make a good pot roast? Call the meat hotline and tell us. All right, anything else, Justin, as we go out?
That's it.
All right, sounds good. We love all of you. Hit us up later, baby. Back it up.